Yeah, hey guys, it's Mike here. Just wanting to give you guys a bit of a rundown on my kayak setup, and to just go through the Stealth kayaks, which is the general setup that all of the kayaks in the Stealth range have. So I started on a Pro Fisher 525, which is 5.25 meters long, and I think if I can remember correctly, it's about 61 centimeters wide. I brought that about a year and a bit ago. Since then, I've moved up to the Fisher, which is the Fisher range. You have the Pro Fisher and the Fisher range. I've moved on to the Fisher 555, which is slightly longer and slightly wider, because at 6'3" and 6'4", sorry, and 130 kilos, I needed to probably be in a boat that was bigger, had more room for my ass, and also had a live well, which is very cool. I've owned this boat since December 2019, so about 5 months now, and I absolutely love it. It's fast, stable, it's got great storage space, it's really comfortable, and it's just a boat that I consider as my fourth child. I absolutely love it. So I just wanted to quickly go through a few things. So inside of the kayak, you've got two areas. You've got the hull, and then you've also got the fish hatch area as well. And you've got two bungs here as well, which you are able to, if you get any water in the hull, you can release this bung, and the water will come out through here once you flip it upside down. And for the fish hatch, you've got the second bung back here. So I've just recently put a lot of water in it, a lot of baking soda, and cleaned it all the old fish blood off. And I remove this bung, flip it upside down, and it releases all the water. I think about 2 years ago, the Stealth guys have added this hard handle at the front, which is really sturdy, and it's been great to be pulling my kayak around, which is what I do a lot on the beaches and on the grass and whatnot. Back here you've got the paddle holder. While you're fighting a fish, what you can do is you can just place the paddle, the spoon of the paddle under here, and it sits in place. And then underneath that, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a scratch pad as well, because a lot of the paddles we use these days are fiberglass or carbon fiber, and they can scratch quite badly. So there's a scratch pad here to prevent that from happening. To pull you back a little bit, we've got the what I call the drag handle. So when I'm getting if I'm coming in off a beach, I will just grab it by this handle and pull it in, and just drag it along the beach on its side. You've got a pretty cool rudder system here as well, which works really well. I really enjoy it. And as you can see here, being 6'4", you've still got a little bit of space at the back as well. So you could probably fit someone who's about 6'7" into these kayaks. These two areas back here are, when you transition to a Stealth kayak, these are the two greatest things that you've got, along with the speed of the kayak, which is just phenomenal. You've got these two really great ideas here. So you've got the fish hatch. This is a small modification that I made you. When you buy them, they come with two straps across the front and the back here. And depending on where you have your fish finder, they can get in the way a little bit and make it a little bit harder to open when you're wanting quick access to it. So I've just added a little elastic and a little knob at the front, and that keeps it nice and watertight for me. So inside this hatch, you can fit I can fit my soft bait setup, which is 7.2, and that fits in this fish hatch really well. If you're coming through surf and you don't want to get any water into your reels, you can throw your rods in there, and then you can hook these up so that your rod, your setup stays away from any fish that you've hopefully caught, and then you can ride the surf in. That's that. Back here you've got the live well. Now the live well is great. You've got, as you can see in there, you've got two bungs. One is an inlet and an outlet, and so fresh water can come in and the old water can go out. So you've got in this I can fit about 8 medium-sized Jack Max and maybe 5 or 6 really large Jack Max. Now, when I talk about a large Jack Mac, I'm talking about 30 centimeters, which is what they come at the moment in the Whangaroa Harbour. So yeah, you can fit quite a bit in it, and whether you're drifting or you're paddling hard, it'll keep the fish alive all day, or the bait alive all day. Now, coming back to the seat, not too sure if you can see the angle of it, but these are really, really comfortable seats. You have the option of getting a backrest. I used the backrest for a little while, but after a while decided that I didn't need it and just went back to using my core and not being a lazy bastard. So I sit in this sometimes for 12 hours and never really have issue. I've got a pretty bad back, and this kayak, their seats are just really, really comfortable, and I've never had any issue. At the back here you've got 4 standard rod holders. You've got 2 on the outer sides, which will be for trolling, and then you've got your 2 at the back, which is for storage, and they all have clips that you can leash them to. You've got your back hatch as well. And the other small modification I made was adding my navigation light to the rear hatch. I don't know if it's going to cause me any problems, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Anyway, in here you've got quite a large space as well. Doesn't look as large as it is, but you can get quite a few stuff in here. Like I put all my tackle back here, and because this kayak is stable enough to side saddle or to turn around completely on, I can access everything at the back here, which is fantastic. It's completely watertight as well. Pop that down and switch that over, and it's locked in. You've got your elastic at the back here, which I use for my drift shoot. I'm going to be doing a few overnighters this year, so I'm sure I'll be using that with a lot of useless gear that I'll be taking overseas, over onto other little islands and little areas where I'll be staying overnight. And back here you've got your rudder system, which is completely separate from everything, so there's no way that it can leak into the hull. It's completely separate. Probably should have opened that up, but I don't need to. And you've got your underhull rudder as well. At the back you've got your handle again, and you've got 2 clips which run from the back all the way to the front for your running rig. I only use half of it, so I just clip it onto my handle. But this is my kayak, and like I said, they're really great kayaks. A lot of people ask about how hardy fiberglass is and what it's like to use as a kayak. Anyone who knows the way that I treat mine will know that I throw them around. I don't treat them any different than I have any of my plastic kayaks that I've owned as well. And they're great. They're easy to repair if anything does happen. If you do get any holes, they're really easy to repair. So yeah, that's the Fisher range, the Stealth range, sorry, and everything on here is pretty standard. I know that Griff has another, Griff, who's our distributor or whatever you want to call it in New Zealand. He's a great guy, and he's got another shipment coming in November, and you can pre-order them as well. If you're wanting custom colours, you can contact him or leave me a comment and I can put you in touch with him. If you're ever in the far north and you're wanting to try out this kayak, then you're more than welcome to message me, and I'll set something up so that you can take this out for the day, or we can come out for a fish together. I've got my son over there, but anyway, this is my setup, my kayak, my 4th child. So